for the last time in 2024. Welcome back into the studio with us here for the Blood Bowl 3 2024 World Championship Final. This is it. All on the line now. No more takebacks. No more chances to make up for things. We are in the third game of the final between Diomed's Necromantic and Andriy's Imperial Nobility. I'm Misspelled Tree. As I have through the tournament, I've got Jimmy Fantastic alongside me, and we've got sometime co-host, when he's not too busy, going and finishing off in third place, Andy Davo as well. I didn't even want to walk away, although I did need the break. What a final we've got here, guys. I mean, Andy, you picked Andriy in the Nobility beforehand. Still confident?
Yeah, yes. And this is for all the marbles.
All the marbles. Jimmy, still confident on the Necromantic?
Very confident. But interestingly, this is Andriy's fourth tiebreaker match of the tournament and Diomed's first. So,
yeah, and to talk about the context a bit more, because we talked about it earlier with the game through with Andy, but I'm not sure we even really did with this one. This format, this best of 2.5, where if you lose the first game, you need to win the second game or it's all over. We have had 2 people come back from that in total. And one of those was a disconnect in game 1, so it wasn't even necessarily that they would have lost that game 1 otherwise. So it was Olivier Dulac against J-Lev in the last 16. And since then, no one has managed it. So if Diomed pulls this off in the final, that will be incredible. But which would be more incredible, that or Imperial Nobility winning the first World Championship of Blood Bowl 3?
they're both. I mean, if anyone can do it, it's Diomed pulling it back. And I guess if anyone can win with Nobility, it's Andriy.
Andy, we were just talking about it. Oh, we're heading into the game. I'll cut short this pre-game chat and let's get into the important stuff. So excited for this. The players obviously were itching, ready to go as we came back from the break. I was about to say, during the break, talking about it, the standard of that last game of Blood Bowl was so high, such a high quality game of Blood Bowl. You hope for that in a final. You want people to put their best foot forward, and both coaches, right till the end of that game, going back and forth, swinging, taking their chances when they had them, and so nearly it was all over, Andy.
Absolutely. I hope this connects. This is tense. This is so tense. What a way to win a final. Jim, you said, well, the only way to win is blue screen. So they're starting to paint it.
Well, this won't count because it's before the game, so it's okay. We'll just replay in this case.
Bryden Cheney picking up on something that I missed as presenter. Full cardigan off for Andy.
Oh, I'm not messing around. Right, this is straight off. This is my Blood Bowl top.
We talked about this yesterday. Game 1, cardigan zipped up. Game 2, we're getting serious. Yep. Cardigan unzipped. Game 3, cardigan off.
The cardigan is dumped out of sight. I've done my cardio for today.
So we have the first decision. The coin toss was won by Andriy, and they have chosen to go offense first.
Yes, he took again about half a second to decide that. So yeah, that's pretty swift again.
Wow, Jimmy, I think no one is at all sure your feelings on this. Do you like the decision to take offense first?
Yep.
Yep. This is going to be the first of these 3 games in which we see the inability to go first on offense. Yeah. It felt like they went straight on offense in game 1 because of how quickly the Necromantic offense unraveled. What do you think are the takeaways from that second half offense from Andriy and from Diomed? What do you think they're looking at and thinking could do that better, could do that differently?
Yeah, well, interestingly, this time I think Diomed's going to go less high octane defense here. Yeah. He knows that there could be an overtime. He knows that a draw doesn't lose him it. So he's put the 3 zombies on the LOS here, and he's just going to play a more standard defense from the Necromantic. Instant
change, isn't that interesting? We've talked quite a lot while you were playing, Andy, about different ways you can set up Necromantic on defense. You have so many options. You showed us 2 different ones in your games. There was the full line, I'm going to make you do some dodges away because you can't hit this. And then there was the slightly reduced version where you just put the 3 players down and they still couldn't hit it, but they could at least go outside.
Yep.
But against this much guard with a Necromantic, that's not an option, is it?
It's not an option, no. And I like what they've done here. They have chosen to... Yeah, I've got 13 players. I'm putting 3 zombies on here and just playing slightly slowly. I worry for Andriy that if he plays a full contact game, he will get into big trouble because this has got overtime to it, right?
Yeah.
This is not draw friendly. Saying that, we've saw an actual result in the first 2 games. So there's no reason to think that this is going to overtime.
True. Yeah. We've had a win each side, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Squiggy McSquig, as an elf main, I often think the kick first is right, and I know Jimmy will disagree with me even with elves. I think there's definitely something, though, to be said for different races have different priorities and different win conditions, and I certainly can see the argument even with elves for the offense first, because as Jimmy always says, have the maximum number of players, lock down your offense, and then it's very unlikely that you lose from there.
Yeah.
And I think there's sometimes that consideration, isn't there, of securing the draw first rather than thinking about the win first.
Yeah, to be fair, there are situations, but first of all, you're going to get them wrong. When you choose to kick, you'll be wrong sometimes. When you choose to receive, okay, you may be technically wrong, but at least you're wrong in a better way. And a lot of those are going to be involving elves and involving you wanting to win and your opponent not wanting to win. So it is a bit different. Like, I did choose to kick against Andy. There are some very, very few situations.
Very, very few.
I think it's easier just to say as a rule, always receive, and you'll very rarely be wrong. And when you are wrong, it's not that bad to be wrong.
I think I agree with Torquemada that Vampires are certainly a team where I would flip that proposition on its head and say normally you want to kick first with Vampires, because Vampires are so good at pressuring offense that getting that chance to put your opponent's game into crisis right away where you've got all those Vampires on the pitch certainly has a lot of power. But I think we're going to get a bit too off topic if we go all the way down that rabbit hole. Vampires not currently in Blood Bowl 3, they are on the tabletop version of the game.
Indeed, yeah. And to be fair, that relies on having some skills as well. So before you have skills, you still want to receive. So
we don't want to go too off topic, otherwise we'll get into trouble, right? We'll get into trouble. No, that's me. That's me that gets into trouble.
It's okay. Look, we just did it for a moment.
Oh.
So yeah, now we see the wall off, right?
Yeah.
As expected.
Yep. And looking in that first turn, no instant removals.
Wolf Blitz.
Wolf Blitz, yeah.
Yeah, Wolf Blitz. So we're going half in for the Wolf Blitz.
The race will come round, I think, the top, just to close the angle.
Go.
Davo wrong again.
He's a blodger. Oh, the Wraith is coming as well to protect the ghoul. This is quite a big commitment. But now he's not scared of the early score, is he?
Yeah, that's true.
Very, very contrasting with what we were just saying. It's straight into a more aggressive mode here. Yeah, interesting.
Half in, half off. But
I think if I'm Andriy, I'm going to take the space. Well, he saw what trouble he got into when he didn't.
Yeah.
And this is something we've seen a lot over this weekend between Andy and Diomed, using the stand firm of the Flesh Golem to mean that when you do this push with Frenzy, you've just got a second hit and you don't have to worry about.
Because he might not stand firm, and then he might have pushed. He could have pushed, right? That was interesting. Sorry.
Why do you think you would have taken the push there?
Because he could have pushed the zombie out here, and he just might have wanted to do that.
Okay, yeah. Squeaky McSquig, not what I would have done. Counter broke at 99. And again, as smart as we can all be watching the game, no one on this desk is playing in the final. It's the finalists who got there, and so whatever they're doing has been working so far. Definitely two players at the top of their game we are seeing in this final. I think we saw that last game, such good decisions all the way through it. But if they're making a different decision to what we would have done, it's probably worth asking, maybe they've got a different idea.
It's not the most solid defense. No, this is very easily push-upable here. But if you do push-upable, you're splitting your team, aren't you? Push-upable. If you do push-up, you're splitting your team.
I wonder if he's going to Ogre Blitz the Wolf here.
Oh, he mightn't he?
Yeah, I mean, make ball safe, Ogre Blitz Wolf.
That's pretty spicy.
That is.
This
is Andriy as well, right? So I'm trying to think about it through the aggression.
It's how to win a game. That gets the guard in, which gives you the 2D on the fleshy as well, or the 2D there.
It's not a 3 dice.
I don't think he'll care.
No. But the lack of block might kill him here.
But yeah, people are bringing up trap space that we've talked about this weekend. People are bringing it up in chat. That space to the top left, that is trap space, isn't it? It's saying, go on, push through, see what happens.
Yes, probably a bit like what happened to Andy in his game versus Wenteros. You know, he split off. He had an X cage, and it got him into trouble.
No
Sorry.
multiplayer.
Ooh. I
So-
generally don't like behind the front line. Now, obviously, with stand firm, that does keep them off you a little bit, but not necessarily.
So where's he blitzing then? Because he's now having to blitz without any blocky, wrestly type thing.
Yeah.
And the next turn, those zombos are absolutely standing back up again.
Yep.
We've hit the wolf.
I'm shocked they didn't blitz with the ogre, honestly. Absolutely shocked.
AV break here would be pretty tasty.
Sort of an 8. He was really rude the day that he didn't blitz with the ogre.
Yeah. I think if I'm the Necro, I'm delighted with this. This is mega. There's no blitz. Or there's a blitz on the Wraith, maybe. Or the Ghoul.
No
No
blitz.
blitz, just no blitz.
Yep, definitely
And
standing up, standing in.
Yep. Is the response just stand up and then jam everything in, right?
Yeah,
And that's what
yeah,
you
it
started saying.
is, yeah.
Stand up and stand in.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's a bit risky in an overtime format. You know, this is one of the ways you can lose the game.
Yes. So there's been some talk. By the way, I don't know if we noted, and I certainly didn't, and apologies if one of you did, and I just was distracted for a second. There are treacherous trapdoors on the pitch. People might be seeing those and wondering what it is.
Yes, I gestured towards them, but you were busy talking, so I didn't talk
Sorry.
over you. Yeah, that happened. That was the kickoff result. If you enter this on a 1, you're removed from the pitch and maybe injured.
Surfed.
Yeah.
It's one of those dynamics. We talked about it when it came up in a game the other day. It's very, very unlikely to matter in a game between two high-quality players. They won't let themselves get close to it. It's even less likely to matter here because there's a number of players with stand firm and sidestep who would avoid being pushed into it. But they're right there on the pitch, and so we didn't want to leave them unexplained because people will look at that and go, what is that bear trap doing?
Yep. Just a push, which is nothing.
Yeah, wrestle? I don't want to be.
Wrestle.
I don't want to be.
I don't want my ghoul fouled.
Yeah, cool foul.
But then I don't want my ghoul punched and I don't want my ghoul knocked over next turn. Yeah.
I don't know. I think you might have too many questions to answer to do a good goal foul here. But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe, yep. I mean, maybe there's too many questions to answer.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep. Solves that.
I don't actually hate turning stand firm off there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
Oh dear.
that was spicy.
Wowsies.
Thinking about a reroll,
He is, isn't he?
which given how disciplined they've been on rerolls, a little bit surprising, but rewarded with the
wow.
knockdown. The uphill dice,
Oh, and a 9.
and it gets you an extra hit. And actually now the outcome looks fully worth that reroll, doesn't it? Because now suddenly the nobility have got half their team on the floor.
I don't know about fully worth, but yeah,
Alright,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
Fully worth would have been dead ogre.
Fully worth, but yeah,
Yeah.
or boneheaded ogre. So the
Yeah.
bonehead's straight back up, and now you've stranded a Garda and a blodger on one guy, which is not a great trade for you, right? Like 2 zombies on him isn't so bad, but these are 2 high-value players on him.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always get nervous when this sort of position happens, where I feel a little bit outgunned. So I'm thinking about how to chain push, get down the field a little bit.
Yeah.
And in the last drive we saw, Andriy came ultimately unstuck by not scoring. Do you take the space?
Yes.
It's looking like Andriy is definitely, isn't it?
Yes. You can't commit fully to it, but I think you should nudge over there and then, make Diomed worry about it a little bit.
Yeah. Raise it as a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a tricky one with that ogre because knocking the players down definitely made this a more uncomfortable turn. But as you said, it stood up again now, and now it's also stuck on 2 players again, which players that you quite want.
Yeah, really good players.
Yeah.
And it can dominate them. It can just keep punching one, and you can't do anything to it except
Yeah.
uphilling it again.
I like this.
Dimmy with a great analysis. Thank you, Dimmy.
I like scoring and turning here. And that's why he is the Imperial Nobility expert.
If he follows, he gets another. Oh my.
V-break. Stun.
So now isn't he got 2 dice going onto the flesh golem and then 2 dice onto the zombie, I think.
3.
Yeah, he's found that 2D.
5, 6.
Yep.
7. Yeah. Didn't get him.
And then he's got 2 on the zombo.
Or 2 on the fleshy again.
Yeah.
Fleshy again. Gets the pow. Each knockdown on the fleshy could just be a killer, couldn't it?
Yep.
Well, we saw Diomed get it done without the flesh golem for a drive last time, and we saw him get it done without a flesh golem and a werewolf and a wraith in one game.
No.
Really? That sounds
Yeah,
hard
I know,
to believe.
right? Seems impossible.
Yeah.
But Diomed...
Good job it wasn't something like a mirror where it'd mean he had no chance whatsoever.
Well, indeed, yes.
Oh, dear.
I'll be back in a moment. I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Oh, dear. The problem is the rescuing these 2 players, you know, and again, it's probably an uphill again from that Wraith, which still isn't great. So maybe you dodge the Ghoul first and then dodge the Wraith.
Just to say, obviously, the uphill feels bad, but all you're really aiming for is a 2+2+, because you're just trying to avoid rolling a skull on either of those dice. The odds on it are slightly better than the 3+.
Yes.
So it's not as bad as I think it can sound. I think especially for newer players, you can look at that uphill and think that's a crazy decision. You're rolling the dice and they're choosing, but actually the odds on in situations like this, where you've got a big guy who hasn't got block, hasn't got stand firm, there's opportunities to get some benefit from it.
And also what's better about it these days is Mighty Blow only works on your own turn.
Yes.
So you're not actually getting hit by Mighty Blow. That's really reduced a lot of the risk of the uphill.
It is only those odds if you've got block and they don't.
Yes,
It is worth
yeah, just to be clear.
On new players, yes.
Thank you, Andy. Important clarification, definitely.
That is... I don't want to say he's handed the drive, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I quite like blitzing with the wolf there, you know, just to pull it back.
Yeah.
So this would free up the wolf if you don't stand firm on the flesh golem, but you've already used the wolf, so it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe... He's just chaining Andriy out, I suppose. Because Andriy's only going to have 3 people, because I don't see how you knock over the ghoul viably, unless you just get lucky. So you're not going to be dragging much else with you.
No. And he can dodge the blodger.
Yeah.
Get this round here.
I think you dodge. I think you dodge both.
6, 7. Oh yeah, for sure. So like the dodge is worse than the uphill in terms of odds, right? 30% to get him off, or 33% to dodge off. I'd like to fail a dodge off. So 70% to get him away, or 67 to dodge away. But the thing is, if you get him down or push him back, you're still stuck miles away and your guard's not doing anything. So I do think it's better to try and dodge both. Yes, Squeaky McSqueak, yep. The coach level is extending to 150, yep. With new things.
Many new things.
New things. The big one is you get like titles, don't you? You get titles for your coach thing.
Yep.
Your coach card.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really cool things in there.
Super, super exciting updates for the new season. I think it was very cool seeing the excitement of chat as they all came in, but there are a lot. So many, as we found out at the end of that last segment, it's quite hard to list them all off.
Yes, there's loads. But that was a direct question about manager level, and it is with 150. I'd like to see it completely uncapped, and you get like something tiny, right? So that you would be, you know, levels 297 or something by now.
Just keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do little warp zone rewards and stuff. That would be nice.
Something, yeah.
Ooh.
One warp storm per level.
Big power on a ghoul.
Yeah. Yeah, blitz this, yeah.
Nice.
Blitz and then run down.
Nice. And that's the sacking piece as well, so that's really nice. That's really nice.
Yep. Interesting that he didn't dodge off or uphill with the Wraith, just left it on there.
It's such a weird game state. It's such a game state that feels tied to these 2 specific teams, because it doesn't look good to be running away from the rest of your team like this. It looks bad. You think your opponent can just disengage and come bother you, except that both of these teams are really good at staying engaged once they get engaged, and not that good at getting unengaged. So all these players on the defense who are stuck in this mess in the middle, there's very few of them that you can easily free up.
Yeah.
It's an engagement trap.
It is an engagement trap.
But having said that, I think we've got really good chances to get something next turn for the Necro to come back in and, you know, get a wolf blitz on the leading guy, maybe get some pressure on.
Oh, he's
Powed him.
I don't know if I'd have done that. Again, I'm the wrong person for this, but
You'd have definitely hit with Mighty Blow, Andy. I'm sorry. Come on.
yes. Take a Mighty Blow hit. Don't. Yeah, sorry.
If I could be serious for a minute.
Best skill in slot.
It's kind of tempting to at some point make this dodge so you can block this guy and then get him off without a dodge, right?
Just for anyone who's a bit less familiar with these teams, the orange circles are all bodyguards, so they all have stand firm. So that's why we've got those skill rings on, just to make it a bit clearer exactly what kind of puzzle we're looking at here. All the normal pushes you might be looking at, thinking that push could free that up. It's got an orange circle for an ability right now. It cannot be pushed. So really the only players you can look to do chain pushes off here is the purple on the thrower, and then using your own players after that.
And also, the white players have fend.
Yes.
Yep. It's a little-known skill.
So he only gets a push here, so he does not free his wolf, and he's probably got a blitz with the wolf to free it.
Yep.
And that's probably worth it. Or he could blitz with the wraith. Nope, he's already not.
Bedsheet unfolds itself and stands.
Yeah, no, he couldn't anyway. No, he's got a blitz with the wolf, surely.
Yep.
Itchy, we've only gone with the one set of colours on because we think the necromantic positionals are easy enough to tell apart because they're such distinct positionals in terms of how they look as models, whereas the Imperial Nobility are not quite as visually clear. So that's what we've gone for in this matchup, because there is some clutter if you put all those colour rings on at once, so it's a bit more. We think it's the best way visually for everyone. That's the feedback we've had from chat, so that's why we've gone that way.
You know, if I'm Andriy here, I'm a little concerned that I'm eating all these hits, right? No apothecary.
Yes. Yep.
And yes, it's lovely to go and score, but
yes.
It is quite
Eating
lovely
hits.
to score.
Eating hits, yeah.
Do you blitz with a wrestle tool to get it down?
Yeah, because it's not got fend or stand firm or any of the annoyances. Yeah. Because all you're trying to do is disengage. I guess he wants to try and force the score.
Yeah. So, blitz him and then get him up here.
Yeah.
So that
into the zombie, into the wolf, into chain diagonal out.
Yes.
So the wolf is just free.
Next turn. Yes. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't.
He feels like he can just make it out.
I really like that, to be honest.
Oh, he's zombie out.
Oh, the zombie out. Yeah.
Because the zombie can still move. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the zombie was coming out anyway, but
yeah.
I really like pushing the wolf out.
So we now know where the blitz is. That's surely going to be that zombie that just moved, and we're going to go and stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Not the first time you have been unhappy with the way Diomed's leaving that one wolf behind.
yeah. That's the thing. Like, with Andy's build, you can leave one stranded. You can leave one stranded, and then the other one does what Diomed's would be doing. So I really don't. That's another reason to like the double wolf build. But he does have the two ghouls. He's got the sacking one. He's got the blodger there. So it's quite nice. And he's forcing the blitz on the zombie here. So he's protecting both of the ghouls with this guy. He does have the threat of freeing the wolf at any time. This is pretty tricky for Andriy, even though it's like really easy. It's also really tricky, right? Like he hasn't got really any pressure on him whatsoever.
It feels so uncomfortable to me having this smaller group moving with the ball.
Yes.
Because it just takes that one moment when they all get free. But we're already on turn 5, so you've already made significant progress here towards what you want, of course, which is the 8-turn score. Always what you're looking for if you can control it on your offense. If it's the first drive of the game, you want to score on the last turn you can.
Yeah, I mean, a 3-turn score is not easy at all for Necromantic, and that's a best case scenario for them now. And that's not easy. So, but I mean, what Diomed is getting is loads and loads of hits, and he's not doing anything with it.
Loads and loads of hits with no reward.
Yeah. So it's not going great, and he's getting the fleshies hit back as well.
Yeah, it's 5%. Yeah, roll a 17, you take it out.
Yeah.
It can be such a trust the process game with that, can't it, Blood Bowl? Sometimes you've just got to say that's the odds, and I've just got to keep hammering the odds that I know and trust it'll work. And sometimes it won't, because it is still dice. It's always dice.
Yep.
It will even out eventually over like 10,000 games, but definitely not this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a huge dodge out.
And he failed the lead. He put the leader into that, and it still failed.
Yep.
I think that was a good call, and just the wrong dice, sadly.
Yeah. And
From an Andriy perspective, right?
And now we've got a blitz on this leader. We've got the guard in, we've got both ghouls in, and Andriy's definitely going to have to score next turn.
Yep.
If he can, because he might have to roll dice to do it as well.
There's one situation thing I would have liked to have seen Andriy do, which is the fend guy is south and the catcher is north. If you have to, you can always hand off to the other yellow ring, right? So it'd be nice to have that south, because it's the top of the cage is the thing that's going to get based.
Absolutely, yeah. He might even be basing with a Wraith, right? He could rush to blitz with a Wraith and then have a sidestepper on the ball.
Ugh. Yeah.
A lot of value in that. But he's definitely going to go in for these guys right now.
Yep.
Bron, I feel what you're saying there sometimes. Guard, rucks and runs and cages can be fun, but I wish sometimes through a ball every now and then. Risk-averse overachievers. Listen, the passing element of that absolutely speaks to just the current rule set of Blood Bowl, and perhaps all recent rule sets of Blood Bowl. Passing is always a risk that you want to avoid if you can avoid taking it. But absolutely in this tournament we have seen different risk profiles from different coaches, and especially with the Wood Elves when they were earlier in the tournament, and sorry to keep coming back to them, but is just probably the strongest example of someone playing on the much higher risk profile, Olivier Dulac. And you absolutely can win that way. That is the #1 tabletop ranked player in the world. So there are ways to play it. It's just at the end of this tournament, even though there were some great Wood Elf runs through this tournament, the end of this tournament it's shaken out with the teams that don't particularly play that way.
Yeah. The throw, because they're not even carrying the ball on a throwy type piece.
So he does do the rush to get the hit. And now he's going to have to dodge off the wolf if he wants to come back with a wolf as well. Which means he might not do that dodge. He does. He goes in there. I would have gone around. That's interesting, isn't it? See, this one thing is, I would have gone around here, and he's gone in there, and that might be better.
Well, he's almost certainly going to have to dodge here, isn't he?
Yes.
My initial gut reaction is, I'm scoring and dodging into that empty square on a 3.
Yeah.
I can't see a clean-cut way of doing this.
I'm putting the odds at a stall here at somewhere below 0%.
Yes.
Not even thinking about a stall here, are we? It's just score, which is going to require some scary dice.
The only way you don't is if you feel as though you can lift something out of the midfield and pull it into that war zone at the very top of the screen. And I just don't think Andriy's going to... I think it's too risky.
I mean,
honestly,
he can get this guy in, but it's just not that good, is it? He's going to have to rush. He's going to have to rush with this one, double rush with this guy, and even then, what happens after that?
I think with 2 rerolls and how well you've defended in the semi-final and final, and a team that hasn't lost any players, I think Andriy backs himself to make a 3-10 stop.
Well, he's going to make the 3-10 stop. Look.
Oh, that's using a reroll. Don't like using that reroll.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we might be dead wrong. We might be fighting for a stall here.
So now he has got 2D on the Wraith with the line elf. The line elf. The line elf
It's an elf snuck onto the pitch. It's the final. Wanted to get involved.
Yeah. So this gives him 2 2Ds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Big pow on the wolf.
And then
every
you
time
can fill that square with that 2D.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe he didn't follow. You have to follow there because you can move this guy in for that 2D as well, and then you can free them both. So is he trying to stall?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This looks like a stall, definitely.
It's not what I would have done.
He's got it.
Big pow, huge pow.
No follow, stay put.
Yeah, because as they've just been saying, that would sidestep into that square. If that was only a push, you've got the dodge back again, which you did not want.
Wow.
Huge pow.
Wow.
So I've just been saying would have some confidence in their 3-turn defense, but I tell you what, a 2-turn defense sounds an awful lot easier, doesn't it?
Yep, yeah.
This is risk profile, right? So if you're watching in chat and you're going, well, the commentators just said this is never going to happen. Yeah, it's because we're playing safe lines of play that don't have inherent instability in them. This is a more adventurous, aggressive line that absolutely has adventure cooked into it.
Yeah. Absolutely, and again, talking about it, that thing about rucks and brawls, and huge power again, because that is a piece that you needed to effectively roll a 6 to power that, and they did.
Yep.
No armor break.
He knocked over three of Diomed's best players.
Yeah.
And he's completely solidified the position, so it was a great turn.
And yet, this isn't Elf Ball, but we have said all through this series, all through the last 2 rounds, Andriy's a very aggressive player. He does like the aggressive plays.
Yeah. Wow. That's the difference in terms of if you're a new player and you're thinking, what do I want to try? What do I want to do? You could go back and watch from the last 16 out. There are so many different types of player out there. You could find something that suits you, irrespective of race, because some people play orcs quite passively and they stand off, and other people slam them in every turn.
Yeah, and listen, this is a community event. I know that's something that Vitok and Nacon really wanted from this community event. We've got 1,000 people here watching right now. All 3 of us stream, but more than that, go out and check out the streamers who are on Twitch, not just the 3 that are on this channel. You're going to find someone who plays the way that you like, someone who has the vibe you like. Go check that out. Don't just watch this World Championship right now. There's so much good content out there in the community. And I don't want to start listing off names because there's too many, but go check it out and you'll find the people who hit your vibe 100%.
Yeah.
And not just the top 16 either, of course. Every single game from the group stage has been...
Well, yes, there is. Yes, you can go back further.
Yeah.
But yes, if you want the games from this tournament specifically, Jimmy Fantastic, who is with me in chat, absolutely has got every single game of this tournament, barring a few that he had to miss on Friday because we couldn't cast them all at once, on his YouTube channel. So do check that out. And Andy Davo was doing replay analysis of some of the knockout stage as well. So both of their YouTube channels. Check those out.
Glorious.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Push.
So
thanks.
Diomed here has taken a bit of a problemy situation and just gone, right, go on then, solve it again.
Yep.
And if you don't solve it perfectly, I will punish you.
Yep.
Sounds like a horrible parent.
Okay, so now he goes for the Wraith dodge.
I like that.
Yep. Obviously, Diomed's completely smashed Andriy in the middle now, but Andriy's pulled this back quite a lot. It's still a bit tricky, isn't it, to punch this Wraith? He really has to power the Wraith and then see what he can do after that, I think.
Yeah. I don't see the thrower with guard doing anything constructive other than standing up, so let's just get that off its feet. On its feet? No. Yeah. Up.
Out.
Up, not down.
On its feet. This looks stallable now, actually.
So long as you take the Wraith down within the first 2 hits.
Yes. Yes, that's the key. That's the key thing.
If the bedsheet does not go down, eek.
Yep. Doesn't get him down yet.
Not number 1. The bedsheet. The disrespect from the casting crew here. That is a Wraith. That is an undead necromantic horror, and you're just talking about it like it's something you pull over your bed at night.
But it's all fluffy and sheety. That was a nice sidestep. I think I'd have gone with the thrower first, because then the obvious squares were... Wow.
Gets to power this guy, which is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't have regen.
You've killed the gag, Andy. We're supposed to... Oh, and there it is!
Dead.
Oh,
Dead,
my word.
Dead.
That is playing no further part in today's proceedings.
Absolutely massive. Andy
Huge.
killed our meme, said it doesn't have regen, so we can't do the joke about, oh, it didn't regen.
Oh, sorry.
Ruined
Huge.
it. Ruined our joke in the final. Our very original joke about not regening. But yes, no regen on Ghouls. They are the only players on the team who doesn't have it.
Do you know I'm going to do something slightly adventurous. Yellow ring, their little ogre, is going to dodge off and blitz the werewolf.
Yeah,
right?
I quite like that.
Because I don't care if you're 1 dice pow fishing here. I wouldn't have... Oh, dear.
So you're leaving the hit on the ball here.
I'd have left it. So and then you take the werewolf down, and the guard guy goes and stands to the right of the ball carrier now.
Yeah. He's blitzed, doesn't he? So he just got it. Does it even matter where he goes? Maybe there.
He'll go. Yeah. Single touch.
I'd have thought up here. Don't know why I'd.
So do we dodge and score here now, or do we say, okay, stay here?
Stay put. And then you dodge off the other one to go and stand next to the Wraith.
Yeah, and then punch the Wraith.
No, punch the Wraith.
No, punch the Wolf.
Oh yeah, punch wolf. Yeah.
One of the really interesting things about this stall here, which has been aggressive, has been risk-taking from Andriy, is the upside of removing these agility 3 ball carriers is so big, because as we've talked about in this series already, there are only 3 of them. You've taken off a third of the players that are over movement 6 that can carry the ball with agility 3. It's just a huge difference in what the opposing offense can do to remove those players specifically. So again, risks taken, but the reward is enormous. The risk on the table right now is your ball could get hit. So there's the trade-off you've taken.
Yes, and that was it. Happened last turn, right? He knocked over the wolf, the ghoul, and the wraith last turn, and then this turn he knocked over the wolf and the ghoul. And it's like, you know, you can't keep having your top positions knocked over.
Yeah, you can't keep eating those sorts of hits.
So now he finally frees up the slow players like that. He wanted more slow players in this stall attack so that the slow players could take the hits. He did not want his ball handlers to eating those.
I'm liking...
Not a pound. Do we re-roll this?
Not that. I would have gone...
No, I like that, because if you get a push, you're getting 2 dice on the ball.
Oh, yeah, because you can use your guard to squidge it.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. So was really only needing a 3+ here to then get a 2 dice with the ghoul. Really nice.
And you throw the last re-roll at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not getting a 1 turn, so...
And if you put the ball on the floor, easy chance that... it's easy chance. There's a real chance that the pickup fails and the nobility don't score.
Yep. Might have a look at something, look a safe move here.
You can't keep eating those hits. They say, as the nobility, keep eating the hits. Both downs. Double pows. And this was the trade-off you made. You killed the ghoul, but you've left the ball go.
Oh, my word.
Follow.
Oh. And he stuck the wrong side of the ball.
Great scatter for the nobility.
There's a thrower there.
Great scatter.
I really like the follow because it gives you the 4-3 out if you have to.
Yep.
Really like the follow.
Because also there's the chance it scatters onto you and you just catch it and then it's on bludge.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting not follow. I don't know what the reason would be.
Yeah. I think maybe he's just going to punch this thrower afterwards, right? Maybe dodge off and punch him.
Yeah, and then force the dodge, because once you've double tagged the thrower, that's about as much as you can get done, right?
Yep.
Gosh, the swings again in this game, just like the last one. Oh, there's double powers, it's all going away. Oh no, it's back in the balance.
The only other problem with dodging here is you've just had one of your 2 ghouls killed. If the other one dies, you cannot lose that ghoul, right?
100%. That's a great point.
Must not die.
Yep.
If you lose both ghouls.
Yeah, the wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so maybe that ghoul actually, sorry, that's to stay there.
Yeah, no. Correct. Correct.
Errata, the errata of...
Errata.
Right, it's 3-3 to score.
Yep.
With a reroll.
Yep. Well, you could 1D. He does dodge. Could go for the 1D, right? Because that's kind of... Okay, now he's got
Nice. Yeah, nice dodge.
It's just 3-3. It's okay. You guys told me 3s are easy, so it's not a problem.
He could still do the 1D here, right? Because on a 3 it works. Like on a 2 it's not a turnover.
It's not.
Oh yeah, God, of course. Yeah. And if this one blitzes, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3-3.
Yeah.
You heard them earlier, guys. They all said 3s were easy. You heard them.
It is, isn't it? Just 3-3.
Yeah.
Well, first one's easy.
Makes the pickup.
And that's why they're the expert commentators, because the 3 is in fact easy. Why are we stopping?
What?
It's turn 8. Oh my god. Andriy playing with our nerves there. Oh my god. Imperial Nobility are winning on turn 8 of the decisive game of the final, the grand final of the first Blood Bowl 3 World Championship. Jimmy, confidence check that Nobility will not win.
100%.
100%.
Andriy's got this. Andriy's got this. I'm not sure I want to give away. I think I want to give up the 1-turn equity for not having my players smashed.
100%. I wouldn't dream of putting these on the LOX here. Wouldn't dream about it. It's so hard to 1-turn with Necro.
And with no rerolls and missing one of your ghouls. Yeah, definitely tough.
Yeah. Yeah, with 2 wolves it's hard enough. With 1 wolf, forget about it.
Andriy deserved that status as dog to the dog. It was a daring play. It was a daring play. Listen, Andriy, whatever you would say about Andriy's play, I would say all through these games, whether you agree with them, whether you think it was the right percentage play on any of them, you absolutely cannot accuse Andriy of lacking nerve. Andriy has held his nerve in so many spots. Even back to the quarterfinal, which we saw the first game we cast this weekend, Andriy's quarterfinal against the Lizards. I remember all of us sat there thinking, oh, this is a loss there. This is out of control. And dug it out because kept his nerve and kept trying to find that answer. So really great stuff from Andriy. Also great stuff from Diomed. Definitely not for a second taking away from that, but since Andriy just scored, just making that point. Really, really great. Courage from Andriy in key moments.
Foul here? Probability of a foul?
Yeah.
Yes, because it's a good player.
100%. You've got borrow Jimmy's line. 100% because you've got a zombie on the bench.
So this is where, if that's the case, right, and you know you can't be one turned against, do you not take a slightly more aggressive second line to try and so you can turn stand firm off, you get knocked back, and then you don't get a gang foul?
Yeah.
So this is.
That was a scary changing weather. If that had been rain, you would have been weeping if you were Diomed, but it isn't.
This is already a really bad half for Diomed. He got scored on. He's been outbashed, despite kind of shouldn't be on the balance of probabilities, I'd say. He's been outbashed. He's down a goal. This is very rough.
I'd love to see some mid-game stats. Like if we could see the block numbers right now, because it feels to me like the Nobility took a lot of blocks against them that drive. To not lose anything is very fortunate, definitely.
Yeah.
Sure feels that way. Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's definitely a foul here, though.
Yeah.
Blitz first.
Feels like you have to.
Going
Even though you only
value.
win this game through overtime. The problem is you're already down to only one reserve. And the only way you win this game now is with overtime, right? Because you're 1-0 down. You're not going to score twice in the second half. You're just going to score once and take it to OT. So really the risk of you losing a play, he's still got 13. Maybe you don't foul, actually. Even though it's a really good player, maybe you don't foul. This is interesting.
See, I think if you were going to foul, you would have wanted to blitz in the middle here to get the maximum assists on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, not a foul. There you go.
Diomed's not a foul, is he? He's taken that 13 for stability.
Yeah. Going to bring in another point here, Jimmy, because you just mentioned overtime. The conversation about whether you should receive first or defend first, I think there's a huge benefit to receiving first in an overtime game, which is that you need to use rerolls on offense to score, whereas on defense you can be patient and not use your rerolls. So now, to clear it up for anyone who doesn't know the overtime format, the overtime format is once, if we are tied after 16 turns, we go into a full extra half. It's not sudden death like it used to be in the Blood Bowl 2016 rules. It is a full extra half, and your rerolls will not refresh. So whatever you have at the end of this half is whatever you get for overtime. So not only does Diomed now need to win this half, needs to really do it without spending the rerolls. Yeah, just how much does that play in your mind going into this last half? Just that thought.
I think quite a lot, and I think that being behind, knowing you have to score, right? The pressure is on Diomed here. The pressure is not on Andriy. I think it's a lot.
Yeah, it's the only way Diomed wins, right? Is by
forcing
going to overtime.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee you even receive in overtime. So you could even be going, Andriy, hold this. Give me back, though.
Cobblestone making the observation there. The leader has been put on the bench. So Andriy, if it goes to overtime, pretty much guaranteed at least that one reroll because that is not on the pitch.
Yep. A timeout.
I think that's
a touchback.
Not sure that's terrible, the timeout.
I think it helps Diomed probably.
Yeah. Timeout, in case anyone unfamiliar, basically just means because it's the start of half, we lose a turn. So now we have a 7-turn half instead of an 8-turn half.
Because sometimes you have to go in early, don't you? And if you've got to go in early, better to have had a timeout.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, the counterpoint would be Nobility are quite hard to make progress against, and if they just manage to hold the line at midfield for a while, you might start to want the next return. So it's not completely clear-cut, but I think all of us here think more likely to be good than bad for their macro.
He got a touchback. So
that's nice.
Yep.
This is going to be a narrow offence. because there's no way the wolf would be hanging outside.
No.
We've got some shout-outs from chat, people saying where they are from. Someone did the call out, 1,000 people watching. Where is everyone watching from? We've got Arizona in the States, we've got Pocatello in Idaho, we've got Lancashire in England. I'm certainly not going to read all of these out, but very cool to see that people are watching from all over the place. So very cool to see, even if I can't read them all out.
So there's a fleshy blitz onto the lineman. Doesn't look like there's anything else, does there?
Well, I don't actually hate not blitzing here, right? Because of the fact that it's going to wonkify your setup.
Yeah. Wonkify, that's a good word.
Thanks very much. Well, we've had bobble ability, so I'm having wonkify.
Wonkify. Very good purple chest. London, comma, near England.
So not the ogre blitz from the last time, which just destroyed a flesh golem.
Yeah, shocking.
I think he's going to chain the zombie in front of the ogre into his line to get 2 hits.
Yes, sure looks like it.
This is a T-shape.
And a square, but obviously it's quicker to go at the T-shape.
Yes. Bang! Nice.
Absolutely amazing. So cool seeing all these different countries. Genuinely, I'm absolutely made up that we've got 1,000 people from all over the world watching Blood Bowl. That's just wicked. I'm sorry. It's so cool, and I'm so glad that the people are watching this and seeing really high quality Blood Bowl. Yep. Really high quality Blood Bowl.
Yep.
The other thing is that with Season 7 coming, and I know you alluded to it, we've heard Viatok talking about it, but Season 7 for me is possibly like a breakwater of like so many amazing things are coming, and I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. That hopefully all these people are going to come and play.
Yep.
So we're seeing this line defense. We talked about the line. I feel like it's capital T, capital L, the line. We've seen this from you, Andy. We've seen it from... It's again, a formation that fits very well with both these teams because of the stand firm, because of the guard, because of the sidestep. It just works for them to draw that line and use the guard, leverage the guard by putting it in positions where you just can't really budge it.
Yeah. Well, it works for elves too. We've seen Olivier do it with his sidestepper holding the sideline. I've done it sometimes just randomly versus Go-Go-Bear. I did it a few times. It's pretty decent just having a big line. It's hard to deal with if you have less guard or the same equal guard.
And with the other thing with the Necro here, they've only got 2 fast players now. So I found that in a couple of my turns where if I was wanting breaking through, I'm like, cool, I've managed to, I can't actually get a box because I haven't got 5 fast players to get through. So it's tricky.
Yep.
Wolf hit on man on edge. That's not talking about his emotional state, just...
Okay, thanks.
Just in case you were curious.
Does it hurt you a little bit in your soul, Andy, when you see a player 2 squares from the sideline, but you know it can't be served? Do you just look at it and just something inside you twitches with frustration at not being able to serve it?
No, I just hope they turn stand firm off. It's happened before, right? It's a non-zero choice. Non-zero choice? Yeah, it could.
I want to ask you something, Andy, because sometimes I should not get distracted because we are at a key point here. Let's watch this turn.
Oh, I'm going to be on tenterhooks now.
I just... You've been talking about T-shapes and it put a thought in my head. Let's watch this block first. Big Pows with the claws.
Needs to go to Wolf Claw Sharpening School.
Yeah, he has made a single removal this game.
I was just going to ask Andy, with all the thinking about T-shapes, boxes, when you're looking for those chain pushes, do you ever find yourself then detached from Blood Bowl? You're just in normal everyday life looking at things that are in T-shapes and boxes and imagining, okay, well, you could do that chain push that way. Like a set of chairs around a table as a T-shape, could push that.
Well, I might have pushed my little one over once.
Andy!
No, I did. No, I'm joking.
Andy!
I'm joking. Of course, I never did that. Never. She likes playing Blood Bowl. She's 6. She loves it. She picks the little figures up and they fight. They don't roll any dice. They just slam into each other, and then need repainting. Never mind.
So basically, about as good as you.
She's going to be a banger. I'm sure
She's definitely not an elf coach, is she? With you as a dad.
No. Now, Andriy's not gone for the way I thought he was going to go here. Like, I thought he would just stand in 2 squares to the right of that, but this is very much
fight it all.
Yeah, he's fighting. So we've had standoff. We're now having stand in. I like this.
He just wants to get this done within normal time because he knows that Diomed's constrained by having to play for overtime, right? Diomed can only win with overtime. Diomed has to conserve his rerolls. So by going high impact like this, it's more likely that Diomed has to use his rerolls.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, me too. Blitz on the bedsheet on the edge, I think.
Yes.
And then
maybe not now. Let me just do it with him. Yeah, okay, I guess.
He's got him.
Yep, full and instant pow.
Follow for control. Or stay for control.
Yeah. Yeah, both do similar things, don't they?
Yeah.
Maybe stay is better.
Yeah.
Is he going to bring this guard in to punch the flash golem? Doesn't have to be guard, but it's the only player. Oh no, I guess the blitz is free as well.
It's only 1D because the dodgy piece hasn't got guard.
No. Blip with a blocker.
Oh yes, yep. There's 3 assists there now. Yep. Gets him.
Yep.
With block.
Yep. And then now the thrower gets to punch him. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Well, he could 1D him.
I don't hate the. Well, I do because it's with 2 rerolls. I hate it.
Yeah.
2 rerolls over time. I hate it.
Yep.
The line is starting to feel like a noose here, tightening on poor Diomed's drive. It is getting really, really squeezed here. Not nice at all to bring it back again when you've only got 1 spare player besides the ball carrier who's got agility 3 and can handle the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a flesh golem blitz on the ogre here, which does a lot of good things. But the problem is it's a blockless block, and he's only got 3 rerolls, and he can only win by winning overtime.
I like that follow.
Yes.
Getting guard into Andriy's line is nice, and controlling his guard.
Yep.
Now I think if you had 2 ghouls, I think he flips and goes round, like gets round this horrible line.
Yes, he hasn't got the players to kick out around. All the rerolls as well, right? Like, this is the thing, he really has to conserve rerolls as much as possible.
Yeah. Ooh.
That is not any good because you've got dodge, but that is good. The second hit, is that maybe better to get on the second? It's certainly good to get the armor break.
Only a stun again! Oh, it must be so frustrating.
But still could be a big stun here. That's an important piece to have out of the action for a turn. That was the blodge. I'm sure, of course, he wants more. Of course, he wants more.
Yeah. When you've got the whole game without ever removing anything, wow, that's starting to get frustrating. And he gets frustrated after a turn without removing something.
And he just looks at them and they go.
Thanks.
It's true, isn't it? I mean, it wasn't even a joke. I've seen you with like Dark Elves versus Orcs, and like you're like, oh, I haven't even removed 4 players. What's going on?
Don't believe all this chat. Don't believe this. Right. You're tuning to be playing elves all the time, right? Not caused a casualty for years playing elves. Years.
This is interesting. This fleshy. I really like the flesh golem into the ogre. I think that really makes this a really powerful move up. Gets you the hit there. But put it over here, it's really making you quite fragile with a ball. But I guess you can run back to this later.
He's going to have to go the other side of that zombie as well. Because of the... Yeah?
Yeah.
He's smashing through time bank.
I was wondering if there's going to be any push forward there to claim a few more squares, but... Oof.
Yeah, he can't with it, like, where he makes the big power. I think if he wanted to stay this side, he had to blitz the ogre.
Yeah.
And it was a critical one, he'd have to re-roll it. Whereas this way, if he'd failed this, he doesn't...
He's not obliged to solve. Because the zombo... There's 2 zombos that haven't moved. One's free. I think that just slides 4 squares right.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Wow.
I guess he's not scared of any like hit on the ball because he's got blodge, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So
That wolf is getting pummeled.
because he wants to reconnect back to these guys. Like he doesn't want to ditch 3 guarders and a wolf. So he wants to swing back to here at some point. But the problem is the ogre's going to have his way with anything he wants.
What I was just... Goodness. Oh, dear.
Sorry, chat. Sorry. That wasn't me as well, right?
You laughed.
Right, okay, that's what happens. Okay. Moment I've laughed, I'm out.
They're not sorry, chat. They're not sorry at all. I was wondering, see, that's why I was wondering that turn if you had to push for more squares forward, even though it feels a bit risky, because at some point you need to. And I'm thinking about what Andriy did last time when he did end up leaving a part of his team behind, but making it work. We are on turn, that was turn 12.
Yeah.
You can't stay on your side of the pitch forever.
There's no route forward, though. That's the problem. There was no way to get forward. If you blitz the ogre, you can push in a little bit, but you're only staying where you were. Over here, you don't have loads of fast players and elves to, I know you're used to wood elves, Tracy. You could have had like
just go,
a
roll
team
some
over
twos.
here, but it's not so easy when you've got zombies.
I don't understand why they don't just roll some twos.
Yeah.
That wolf's been very resilient.
Yeah.
I think he's going to take a 3rd hit on it. Because getting it down, getting an armor break on it, just pummelizing it would be amazing.
Did you say pummelizing?
Yeah, why not?
Andy heard me use catastrophize yesterday, and he's just thought he could put eyes on anything and it all works.
Put eyes on anything.
Yeah. Pummelize it. Pummelification in chat, I like that too.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness.
That's nice. I'd have done that, yeah. I'd have done that.
Yep.
See, that's what I would have done.
See, that's why I would have hit the ogre, so that wouldn't have happened.
Ah.
In fact, that would have been me hitting the ogre.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now that big man runs round to the top right and then just shuts things down. Because, yes, I know he wants to go that way, but I want him to go that way. I don't want him to wander off top right. Oh, that's nice.
Deep safety.
Yeah, because the zombies can't get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think now we're coming back. We're going to knock this guy over, 2 chances, put the fleshy up here, sort all this out, and be fine.
Easy.
It's easy, yeah.
Jack, did you follow that, by the way?
Just sort all this out. No problems.
Just sort it out.
Yeah.
Because that was him doing it slowly, right?
I mean, that is what he's doing, look.
Yeah.
Got instant power.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why everyone makes it sound so complicated. Just sort it all out.
Yeah, sort it out.
I am nervous of this exact sort, though. I mean, I don't want to bring anyone down, right? That's not my goal here. But just the nature of the sort.
Yeah. There's some questions about what the sorting arrangement will look like, I think, between the stand firm and the fend. I mean, that fend even at the bottom's really annoying.
It might be blitzing a blodger or blitzing this garter.
Has he actually got any 2Ds?
Yeah, the flesh golem, right? The flesh golem can come in and blitz the garter, which then sidestep him out, which then you get 2D there, and then a 2D with a wolf, maybe. It's all a bit grim. Oh, the flesh. No, he's not. Wow. Okay.
This is a lack of re-roll saying, I'm going to go and put this in scoring range. I'd rather have it in than not.
See, I like this.
However, there's a wrestling thing.
This is kind of what I was thinking before, but you guys thought otherwise. Well, I don't know. I just feel like the situation is. I get it's not good. No, I get that it's not good.
No, I'm saying he couldn't do it. That movement 4. You're thinking of wood elves again.
But with some rushes, a bit of creative rushing.
It's taking him 2 turns and a rush to get 2 rushes to get.
It's a big rush. Has to put the reroll in there. So that's the first reroll gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. Overtime, it's gone. Lost it.
It's a bit like that. Ghoul. Gone.
Gone.
Dead.
Never coming back.
Ruined.
That ghoul is not playing in this World Championship again.
Like me.
Oh, Andy just getting ahead of us with the burns. Won't even give us a chance anymore.
Yeah, right.
He hasn't blitzed. With the wolf, do you block with a wraith?
Fend.
Yeah. But then you can dodge blitz with the wolf.
Ooh, 4+ dodging.
Yeah.
No.
No, he's already blocked.
One thing I'd like him to do is stop using time bank.
Yes.
I'm nervous of time bank.
Yeah, that's another point.
Right.
Time bank also not
Nice.
refreshing for
Listen
overtime.
to you.
Yes.
You listen to you and end a turn.
So I think the nobility here should be able to force the score next turn, which gives you 3 turns to win the thing.
Yep. And then you can use both rerolls on that. Make sure of it.
Oh, he's not got the wolf again.
Oof. This wolf is incredible.
Tanko wolf.
Different wolf from the one you faced.
Yeah. It's going down this time.
Yeah. And I mean, this, if he powers it, he frees 2 players as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice opportunity to free players up here. But my hunch is that the Necro is going to go in next turn. Maybe there's one more turn in it. I don't know.
Oh my God! Oh, he's
Wrestle,
got it.
wrestle.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
But
Got
it hasn't freed
Yeah, but
the
not
blodger.
exactly. Not the way they wanted to.
Could hit with the ogre. That's basically better than dodging, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a 1 in 9 fail, but you can not try and loner it if you want, and it can kill a flesh golem.
Well, it does kill flesh golems.
Yeah. I guess the problem is if you push it, then it traps you and you can't try the dodge off, so maybe you do just go for the dodge off straight away.
Or you could blitz here with the dude, right? Because you've got the 2 guards.
Yeah.
Just blitz, get over there.
Yeah.
And you can probably get just a little bit in the way here.
Yeah. Yep, which is exactly what he's done. Well, wow, okay, very aggressive.
In
This is
a
Andriy, by the way.
surprise for Andriy. Yeah. In an unexpected twist, Andriy has taken the aggressive line.
So he'll block with the ogre then.
Does a 1D there. Wow.
Oh, he's 2 dicing the flesh
That
golem.
has freed up the guard piece. That's a 1 dice that you never reroll as well, not with overtime. So that 1D, if that's a scholar or both down, there's 0 chance. I think you get a reroll.
Do you
on that, right?
reckon? I think he wants this.
Really, with overtime though?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he wants this.
He's blitzing. He's blitzing the flesh golem.
Gets the pows. Oh my goodness! And suddenly, even the just push for a score next turn is looking really ropey.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got to pow.
Yeah, that's stand firm.
Stand firm, yeah.
Huge knockdown there after a huge 1 dice. And it's all looking difficult again. Although, just quietly at the moment, there is a jump over. Just quietly.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
anymore.
He's dodged
Because
it.
we
He's
just do
done a
another 4+
4+
dodge. That is a huge turn of dice.
I mean, there is absolutely the jump over.
Yeah, you block that. You get up the flesh golem, use the guard.
Well,
block
no,
No, you can't get up the flesh golem.
You bring the zombie here, and then you've got 2 assists
Okay,
to push.
sure, yeah.
And then you jump.
Nice.
There's been plenty of jumps in the tournament so far. Plenty. There's been some just today, haven't there?
Yep. And
Yeah,
he,
yeah,
he,
there's a
he
few
didn't
jumps.
activate the ogre. Did he run out of time? He's always activating the ogre. It must have run out of time.
Got him up.
So no jump. This is, I can defend this, is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, no jump over.
I quite like the jump over.
I like the jump over. 3+ and then 2 2s to score.
This looks rough.
I think he's going to zombie hit backwards and if he moves the zombie that's just behind the ball, he's got 2 free zombies because you can chain block 1 out, and then he's got another. And I think he's just going to screen. But this is this is ropey.
I really like the 3-2 to score.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I also like the 3-2 to score. I am just going, well, if he didn't do that.
I mean, you also actually, do you know what might have been even? Oh no, fend. Fend. I was like, you could just blitz with the flesh gun. No, you can't fend.
No, yeah.
Because then you would have been able to do the dodge with the dodge skill if it wasn't for.
Yeah.
This is where Andriy was in the last game, right? He was under the cosh, needing to score,
Yep.
and it all went wrong. I'm curious to see if Diomed can solve it.
Big pow. So you've at least got some option. You've now got a 4+ jump over and a 3+ dodge. Or you could 1 dice blitz that with the ball carrier behind.
Yeah.
Pretty rough, because if you fail it, you're stuck.
Well, what about here? 2 dicing. Oh, no, that's not yours. Oh, no.
Well, he's got another zombie. It's like you could blitz and chain this to there, but that doesn't help you because then it's a 4-3. Like, that's worse than just doing the initial thing.
Yeah.
Blitz 1D, yeah, and then rush. At least that's a dodge with dodge.
Yeah.
And then a 3 2+.
Can't stress enough again, chat. These players are tired. These players have been playing a lot of Blood Bowl at a really high level. Brains will not be functioning as they were at the beginning of the first game. So mistakes will get made in there as well.
Yeah, ours aren't. Never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. Someone in chat there, it's just scrolled on, the name scrolled off, and he said just Andriy passed up 3-2-2-3 to score and then paid for it. Yes, this could be the same thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think he's thinking about it because then it conserves rerolls, right? If it's a 3, kind of like a 3. Yeah, no, it's a 3 though, isn't it? So it's not even better than just doing the jump. No,
the jump was just better. Better.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were going to score, you go the jump, unless you don't see it.
Yeah.
So
he's blitzing with block, isn't he? He's blitzing with block and running
yes,
back.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's all there is now. He has to be.
He's smashing his time bank.
Yeah, this is a lot of time going down now with overtime.
Could be lag.
Yeah. No, this is thinking time. This is thinking time.
I mean, this seems so obvious. Everything else he's done, though, is just blitz and go back to here. I can't see anything else you can do. Oh my God, he's doing the dodge.
Blitz the ball carrier. Push is good enough.
Push.
So we are going for the score here.
No follow.
Does he follow?
No, I don't.
No, because you can do 2 rushes.
Yeah, but he wants to conserve rerolls.
Yeah, but you've got to score though, Jimmy. You've got to score.
Got to. He
gets it. Oh, he got back level. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine. Do you know, again, because we've got 1,200 people here now.
Oh my word.
I'm
gonna have to behave.
A lot of people here will not realise that Diomed lost the final of the season finals before. Now, that wasn't the World Championships, but it was definitely the spiritual predecessor to this tournament. So has been in a final and lost it. How much he's going to want to win this one, not lose the final a second time. So that moment, that going for that 1 dice, the tension you're going to be feeling going for that. There's a 1 in 9 risk you fail a dodge, a 1 in 9 risk you don't get a push there. And if you don't get a push, what do you do? Do you go backwards again? Do you just have to commit and do all the dodges? And then there's 2 rushes into the end zone. So high stakes. Oh, Granite Dwarf, is there a prize pool? First prize, the winner of this game goes home with 2,500 euros. So yeah, just a little bit. Second place, to be fair, is taking home 1,800. So they've already guaranteed themselves a pretty big prize. But yes, real money on the line here.
And chat, I think it's also worth noting that there's 1,200 people here. You guys could also be a part of this, right? This is not just for elite Blood Bowl players. This competition is going to be starting and is open to absolutely everyone. You can find the details on the official Discord and probably in various other places, including probably all 3 of our Discords as well. So if you are interested in this and want to try and win €2,500 euros.
I mean, you'll probably need to get pretty good to win it.
Sure.
But the point Andy's making is the ladder is an open qualification way of getting in, and there is also going to be community leagues and tournaments that allow anyone to sign up. And so if you fancy your chances, if you look at this and think, I could do that, win some money playing Blood Bowl, the opportunities will be there. And as Vitok said earlier in the stream, there is already an article about the qualifying system for the next World Championships in 2025. There'll be more details coming as we go with the...
Olga
He's caught
stunned.
it. He's caught it.
And he's caught it.
I think I'd take that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Papaz, that is not what I was saying at all. Nah, don't bother. It's just when Andy said it's not just for elite players, I did think to myself, I mean, these 2 playing in this final are pretty elite. So yes, you do have to be very good to win the whole thing. But absolutely, it's an open contest.
Yes, everyone can take part.
Yeah. You have to get good to win.
Space.
You have to get good to win. Wow, Andy, what was that for? What on earth was that for? Poor...
Scroll up. Just scroll up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, Space Cadet. Okay, I missed that. Space Cadet. No, you can get as far as 3rd while being rubbish. Okay, Space earned that one. Fair enough. I thought that was... I thought that was... I don't know. Space says he's right. I deserved it. Okay. Take it back. Take it back. I thought Andy was just taking unprompted attacks on... someone who we all on this desk know, in case chat's wondering what that was about. We have someone who we all know and is, again, a lovely community member and streamer. So,
yep. And he plays Norse, funnily enough.
Yeah, was always a Norse main in Blood Bowl 2, and Blood Bowl 3 are finally getting Norse back as of Tuesday, so I cannot wait to see my first Space Cadet Norse stream. Looking forward to that.
Yep.
I'm nervous this is too passive.
Yes.
This is
shades of Andy Davo.
Yeah, this is the mistake I made, where I was too passive in I've got 3 turns. I'll turn a 3-turn offense into a 2-turn one. I would have gone for a flesh golem.
Yep.
With a block piece and ran it past and said, you're going to solve that.
Yep. You can pass the turn. Like, Diomed could just pass the turn here.
Yeah, literally. Stand up with 3 zombies, pass turn, thank you very much.
Yep.
Great shout by Ek. With everything happening, I'd forgotten turn 9 kickoff event was a timeout. This drive would have another turn in it if it wasn't for the half.
Oh,
yeah, I said that would help Diomed.
Yeah. That would be a huge difference between a 4-turn and a 3-turn drive here. Yep. Unbelievable. Great shout, Ek. You know, everything that happens up here, little details like that, slip in and out of your head, don't they? So,
he needs a microphone.
Get him a mic. Get us out of here.
Yeah, he could try the dodge of the zombie. I don't know. There's somewhat value though, just occupying the other players with an action, isn't there? Because if this was the match and you had to draw to win, like, you know, if this was game 2 and Diomed had won game 1, then absolutely you dodge it with a reroll, right? But in this situation, maybe you just stand it up. I don't know. Tough.
I wonder if the wraiths are currently the place that I'm going to poke through because there's a 2-square gap.
Yes.
I think. But you can even on a POW, you can sidestep backwards and force a dodge.
Yes.
So this isn't straightforward.
No. No, this is very difficult. Very difficult.
But Andriy does have 3 rerolls.
Andy, you said it earlier. Again, I'm not just doing this to meme on you and talk about your game, but
it'll help. Sure.
You said it earlier. Your first game against Diomed, when you forced Diomed to score quickly, specifically what you said is you should have set up like it was a 2-turn and not a 3-turn.
Yeah.
To have the mindset that you've only got 2 turns, and that way you've got some wiggle room if it goes wrong. And I think what we could say here is that Andriy has not taken that approach. He's approached this like a 3-turn, and perhaps with not enough commitment to getting forward on that first turn of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because think of it, I know this is Blood Bowl and not chess, but it does share an awful lot of parallels with chess, where you're thinking about, you get to move, I get to move, you get to move. And really, once you've set up, at the moment, you normally only start with 8 players because 3 get knocked over on the line of scrimmage. What I'm looking for is don't give the opponent, the defensive team, the impetus back to do whatever they want to do. So you need to be really careful with how you approach a 3-turn drive. And you need to ask questions immediately, which is not normally how people structure a long format drive of 8 turns. They play really passively.
Exactly. They'd put their wolves on the LOS to block.
Yes, they do. Yes, and that's wrong.
Yep.
This needs to be a POW. So I think throw her into Wraith in the centre square. If that's a POW, then you're golden. I actually think this is a re-roll here.
Re-roll it overtime, Andy.
Yeah, it is because if you make it, you POW the Wraith. There's no square it can stand in that you can't just wander through there.
Yeah, one way or the other. Yeah.
And if you don't knock it over, you've got to go and find another solution.
Yeah.
And you can't lose here, right?
Yes.
Necro have only got.
That's true.
It's a shot it's a shot of winning.
Impossible for the Necro to score.
So it's 80% to find the hole that you need, and if you do, amazing.
It starts with a blockless block though before that, which is
that could have been the POW on the Wraith.
Yeah, that was.
What's that achieving? There must be a reason.
Secondary going flesh golem, I think.
Yeah, but to do it before the critical one,
yes,
feels very wrong.
Oh, we've wasted 2 nice knockdowns. So, and as we know, the dice are predetermined in every form of Blood Bowl, tabletop and online. There's absolutely no randomness in them whatsoever. You just have to time them right. Skill issue, choosing the right turn to
he's going now.
Roll for the.
He's going that way. Someone in the chat says, so it's got the throw's got leader, so it will be coming back in overtime. No. So overtime is not that's a nice place to stand. Not a normal drive. The leader reroll does not refresh.
Okay, we're going up to the right. We've knocked down the flesh golem, so the commitment is to the right-hand side.
Yep.
But how many squares left? Only one.
That's a scoring threat. Well, it's not now.
Well, yeah.
Technically
It
a
is,
scoring
but you just
threat.
get pushed back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got one big scoring threat, and that's all.
That ball carrier is making... Is that 9 squares to stand diagonally behind the guy that's just moved? It looks like 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Yeah, double rush.
Yes.
And obviously double re-roll as well.
Yes.
But now you're definitely putting the reroll in, aren't you? This is...
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think now I'm blocking the bed sheet because that pushes it towards the action.
Yes.
If I don't knock it over. So, in it goes.
And I love that he is going for it because it's Andriy and he's played this aggressively and he wants to do the win here and not risk an overtime coin flip to decide who gets the ball first.
Yep. Oh.
Great.
Yeah. So he's currently no dice away from winning.
Yeah.
Because currently there is just a set. It's just 7 squares.
And once again, that ghoul removal earlier in the game just reduces the necromantic responsiveness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reduces their options for getting to this.
Yep. This
Super strong turn from Andriy as chat is observing. Turn ordering, even with that 1 in 9 we thought was risky, it was planned. It had a reason. It had to be done because you were going to the right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got the dice he needed. The knockdown of that flesh golem, obviously, like that's absolutely fundamental if it doesn't work, but did things the right way.
Yeah. It was just interesting because, you know, Andy and I were thinking about going through this way. He didn't go that way. Obviously, if you're going through this way, then you're absolutely making that block first.
This is incredible. This is incredible. Nobility are back in touching distance. I won't use my metaphor about the trophy because Andy got so lost with it. But the trophy is right there for them to grab.
Okay, so you can 1 dice 3 plus this guy, right?
And then you could surf it. You can surf it.
Yeah.
Surf the ball.
Yeah.
Sorry? Talk me through that.
Or you could just put a guard in. You could block this guy and then put the guard in and 2D with a ghoul.
I think I'm taking your 3+ idea. I'll just take that, and then the wolf can hit the ball carrier directly and push it into the crowd.
Yeah.
It is going to be 1D into 2 uphill.
Yeah.
But at this stage, offer me a better.
I'm not seeing this. How are you getting this?
Right.
The
So the zombie just inside the tram lines here.
3+ punches this.
Okay.
Just for a push.
Yep.
Stand this guy up, punch him.
Yep.
Stand this guy up, punch him.
So now the wolf's free.
And then 1 dice, blitz from here, 1 dice into an uphill.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Because that 2 square gap would open up. So yeah, there's some scary dice, but that's where we are. It's the end of the World Championships. It is literally turn 16 of game 3 of a 3-game series. You got to do it.
And it's going to come down to a surf. Oh, that is delicious.
Well, it's going to come down to that if Diomed sees it.
I think he has because he stood this guy up and he's made this block.
It looks. These are the motions that you would go through if you were going for it. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to block this guy to try and get the guard off this one.
Yes, he does. Yeah, there's no dodging the ghoul away. He's
1
seen
dice first. Okay,
right.
yeah, we've seen it. That is the open. That is the open thing. Oh my God, it's happening. So yes, you'd like to take the 2 dice block with the zombie. No, it's 1 dice at the moment.
2 dice with the ghoul.
Okay.
So that if you knock it down, you get the 2 dice with the zombie.
Yeah, I see it. So yeah, you need to take the 2 dice with the ghoul first. Bring that flesh golem in.
Oh, he's not doing it. So he's not doing it. So he's got a scatter recovery.
Yeah.
What was that rush for?
So that he doesn't have to make this. So he's got the ghoul to react.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
1 dice into an uphill for the surf. Oh my God, the tension.
Gets the push.
And you have to make them roll the uphill, don't you? There's no question you don't use dodge there.
I think you have to.
Yeah. The problem with the surf is it can still go up and land somewhere Andriy wants it.
That's
Instant
no good.
reroll. Not good enough.
No good.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Oh,
you can
but
put the ghoul to here.
It's not nothing exactly because the ghoul can go up there.
Yeah.
And the response from the necro isn't great.
Last reroll on this, you kind of have to. You kind of have to.
Yep.
Okay, all the way around. Oh my God.
Flip me. This is ludicrous.
Confidence check, Jim.
100%.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow. Yellow ring takes down Flesh Golem.
Yes.
That frees up the guy on the edge of the pitch. The edge of the pitch guy punches the wolf.
Yep.
And follows.
Yep.
And then that guy 1Ds down that guy, and then we're in.
Yep. Gets the power.
Yes. And I think actually I'm taking that hit.
This one.
Yeah, I'll take that hit to give me a bit more angle.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really helpful.
Yep.
Because now I can punch straight on. No, I punch from the 10 square, sorry.
Yeah, punching from here, yeah.
10 square.
And then on a push, you've got a 1D, and on a power, you've got a 2D there, haven't you?
This is unreal.
In fact, do I take the 1D? No, I don't.
This is right there now. This is really, really there.
Because if you powers the wolf, it's 2D, 2D.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is absolutely man on edge.
And there's no rushes for the ball carrier either, are there? It's just in range. Yep.
Yep.
If he gets the knockdown on the 2 players, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Imagine, Andriy, how just shaking, because Diomed, it's horrible, but it's out of your control. Andriy would be like, don't misclick, don't.
so
Gets the power.
Gets the power. This is looking like it's happening.
If Diomed had just rolled that instead.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's Blood Bowl. Sometimes you get the dice, sometimes you don't.
Edge of the it's done it.
It's over.
He's powered him.
It's over.
That is it. Wow.
It's happening. It's over. Imperial Nobility, our first ever world champion of Blood Bowl 3 is Andriy on Imperial Nobility. Andy is literally applauding. Absolutely incredible final. You could not have asked for a better final than that, could you?
It was incredible. Absolutely.
Oh my God. We were treated. How the hell does anyone do better than that next year?
I know.
Right. What do you do?
I'm already thinking.
Turn up with goblins? I mean, what?
Next season's finalists have got an impossible act to follow. You will not have a better final than that I can imagine, because those last 2 games. The first game, yes, it was a bit of a dice heavy one. Both of those last 2 games were punch and counter punch for 16 turns, with both coaches just making the right decisions over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Andriy playing so aggressively. It was just like watching the most aggressive line of play that you could come up with and going, that one.
Yeah.
And it was the one he had to.
Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm sorry to keep on with. I'm not sorry, because I know chat's probably loving it right now about the nobility. But at the start of this tournament, all 3 of us were on a call with Vitok. The draw was done via a spinny wheel. We had Vitok clicking the wheel for us, and we were watching. And I remember the group stage draw. Everybody was rolling about, because in the one group we had 3 Imperial Nobility teams and 1 Dark Elf team. And by the way, the Dark Elf team finished top of that group. So,
yeah. Wow.
So what an ending for the Imperial Nobility with Andriy to come back, to clear out that demon by beating Dark Elves in the semi-final, and then to win the final against Diomed, who you named right from the start of the tournament, Jimmy, as one of the absolute favourites to win the whole thing.
Yeah. It was outrageous, incredible stuff from Andriy, absolutely incredible. He only got out of his group on a tiebreaker match with Fez as well.
Oh, so it was literally impossible to separate them on tiebreakers, and so they had to play an extra game to tiebreak it.
Yeah. So unbelievable. He's made 4 tiebreaker matches in this tournament.
Isn't that incredible? What absolute nerve! Again, just talk about holding your nerve and not wobbling in those moments when you're going to make the right decisions, to do it over and over again. This weekend, the first series did not need to go to 3 games, actually, did they? Because it was a 1-0 win over the Lizards. But there was a point in game 1 when it was looking completely lost. We were all watching and going, this is in trouble now for Andriy, he isn't coming back. But did anyway. Then, Wenteros wins the first game, loses the second, comes back strong in the third. Same thing here in the final. It's unbelievable. I do want to say a word, because we're going to get Andriy on, hopefully, I think, for a quick interview in a second. We certainly are hoping to do that. But we definitely need to give a word to Diomed as well, because no matter how brilliant Andriy was, because Andriy won the best, it's still something incredible to go to 2 finals in a row in a tournament of this caliber. It's something else, isn't it, Jim? Yeah.
Getting into finals is incredible. When you get the final, it can go either way. This is what I said. I thought Diomed was the favourite. I think if they replayed it, I'd still pick Diomed. And, on the day, anything can happen. Andriy won it this time, but to get to 2 finals is remarkable consistency, incredible from Diomed.
And it's so hard to be consistent in Blood Bowl, isn't it, Andy? Because it is a dice game. Because even this final, yes, Andriy played brilliantly, but there's still a possibility that at the end there, that uphill surf is a surf, right? It doesn't matter how well you play. At some point, there's going to be dice that get rolled that decide whether or not you win or lose.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw it in the last handful of dice rolls, right? It was double both down, and then the 2 blocks later, or the next block was double pow. If the dice rolls were flipped, that ball goes off the field, and we have an entirely different. Maybe we have overtime, right?
Yeah.
It's completely different. So yes, there's a lot of skill, but I also think there's a good chunk of luck in there as well. So. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I'm hoping the production team are going to let me know in my ear when Andriy is ready. I imagine if I was Andriy, I'd probably be dancing around the room which I'm playing in and enjoying the moment and knowing that, hey, honestly, I want to say it. Of course, this is the prize money, and it's what's amazing about this tournament. It's never been a tournament like it in terms of the prize money levels and how much there is. Of course, the prize money is going to be amazing for Andriy. 2,500 euros. I'll say one more time. 2,500 euros. A lot of money. But I know, talking to you two as very competitive blood bowlers, that's not even going to be what he's celebrating right now. He's going to be celebrating, I'm the world champion.
Yeah, absolutely. If I could have swapped all the choice of the money or the first place, definitely take the first place. Yeah, incredible to win. Yeah, for sure.
He gets to keep that forever, right? You can't ever take that away. I've won one of the this. Wow. Oh my word. Yeah.
And I've done it with the team that absolutely everyone said wasn't going to win it. Except for you, Andy. You did pick him in the final. We'll give you that. I'm not sure you were saying it at the start of the tournament. Yeah, we're just hearing from the production team. Andrew's taking a breath. And again, do not blame him. What were your highlights while we're doing this? We've got to pause. Highlights from the tournament. I think what's brilliant is that the best series of the whole tournament was the last series. Up till now, I've kept saying Olivia against J-Lev. I loved that series. It was so dramatic. For me now, no question, this was the #1 series of the tournament. But while we're waiting for Andriy, some other highlights from the tournament. They're allowed to be your own highlights for both of you.
I was going to say, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There was a spectacular series as well between myself and Andy.
It was a great series.
That
was a great series.
I think that was very well played.
Yeah, it was a very, very well played series between you two as well. 100%. I think I'm an elf coach. I'm of course going to go towards the elf one for the drama, but you two played 3 really tight games of Blood Bowl against each other. Yeah,
the last couple of turns in the last game for me against Wenteros, where the ball was on the floor and anything could have happened. I think it doesn't quite match the whole of this whole final was 3 games of oh my word, right? Yeah. That was absolutely incredible. Watching Diomed come back with zombies and flesh columns and still force like 3s and whatever, like that's just absolutely crazy. So all 3 games for me in this final had something, a different one. The ball on the floor and anything could have happened is one of my standouts. Maybe because it's sort of fresh in my mind, but there's that.
And Jimmy, I've lost count now. I'm sorry. At some point, I'm pretty sure we're over 170 so far. Yeah. But you must have some other highlights as well.
Oh, Spartacus made a really good one turn. He was out of time bank, and he didn't do it optimally, but it was still an incredible one turn, like under unbelievable pressure. Andriy did an incredible chain push to get a guy into range, and then like failed to pick up or something. But so there's been a few moments that have been incredible moments. But yeah, for the series, this was definitely the most entertaining series for sure. Yeah.
There's one more actually. Olivia Dulac's chain push to the tree onto my wolf. It's not mine, but I think that's worth calling out. That was a really nice chain push. And I tapped the table in respect when I was upstairs playing. That was really nice.
That's how much has happened this weekend. That feels like that was a lifetime ago. Yeah. Maybe it won't to chat if they didn't watch every single game with us, but to us who've covered all these games, so much drama in them. I've got some great news, guys. Our champion, our new world champion, Andriy, is ready to join us right now by video link up for a call. Oh, Andriy! Andriy's got the glasses on, celebrating. Andriy, first things first, congratulations, you're the world champion. How does that feel?
Thank you very much, Misspelled. Woo!
How are you feeling right now?
Well, you know that I'm not very good at speaking English, so I will try again. And with the nerves, will be worse. But I feel great. I feel great. It was a great tournament. nice organization. Everything is great.
Everyone here, us three in the studio, we had, I don't know if you saw at any point, but we had 1,200 people, 1,200 people watching your game. I actually hope you didn't see, because I can't imagine the pressure of knowing that many people watching. But everyone here has been so impressed with how aggressively you played those games. Every time you had an option to be a bit more afraid, take an option that was a bit less, I guess, the lower risk but lower reward, you leaned into those high risk plays that gave you a big reward, and you got the reward for it. Can you, I know it's difficult with the language, but can you speak about your mindset playing these games against Diomed?
Well, Diomed plays so good. He's always an opponent that you don't want to face, but this is the World Championship, so you must defeat the better coaches. So I try to play as Arso Wayne tell me. Arso Wayne teach me how to play Imperial Nobility. So I get that things that he say and try to make it. And here we are.
A lot of people said Imperial Nobility cannot win this tournament. They were wrong, weren't they?
Well, Imperial Nobility OP.
Love that, love that. Do you have any plans for how you are going to celebrate? Obviously, €2,500 cash prize. Do you have plans, or right now is it just celebrate, enjoy the moment?
Well, right now I have no plans. Just is for my community, for Procedimiento Ilegal Community, PI. I have now 1,000 messages in Discord. I feel great. I feel great now. I have some nice friends that I made thanks to this game. So it's a great moment now.
I love that answer, because I think all of us would say who've played bloodbowl a lot, one of the best things about it for all of us has been some of the friends you make. You make amazing friends through this hobby, and I love that that's where your mind went as well. Do either of you guys have a question you would like to ask Andriy, or do you want to say congratulations on winning the World Championship?
Yeah, Andriy, I just wanted to say, I know we've met. Congratulations, well done. I have been supporting you for the last couple of rounds. I did change my mind, so well done. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Next time we face in tabletop, we have the mouse again.
Yes, not dead.
Not dead.
So yeah, obviously, massive congratulations. The question that I was going to ask you the other day when you were on doesn't seem as relevant now. It was, you took the 2 guard instead of 2 block, and obviously now you're very happy about that decision, I guess.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You took the guard ogre instead of the block ogre.
Oh, yes.
And I guess you're very happy now.
I try to get more guards than my opponents every time. And I used to play the ogre not so much aggressive, just positioning in the good place and wait. Or 3 dice with the ogre and got a what?
Yes, lots of ones.
Yes.
There's one thing that we haven't mentioned yet, which is, of course, you have won €2,500, but you have also won the first qualifying ticket to the 2025 World Championship. So everybody watching, we can tell you one thing right now. Andriy has already got his place at the next World Championship to come back and defend your crown. Can you do 2 in a row?
Nobility again?
Hey, why not? Why not? Andriy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I'm very sure you would like to just run off and celebrate and enjoy your win right now. Take those glasses, go and celebrate however you would like to celebrate. Congratulations one more time from everyone here in the studio, and thank you for a brilliant spectacle. We really enjoyed watching it.
Thank you very much, guys.
Wow. It feels so odd to say it, but we're at the end. We've covered all the games. We've covered, literally in Jimmy's case, almost every game, just a few quarterfinals to go and mop up. It's been an unbelievable tournament. We've already had some reflections on that. I think while we're here, worth saying again, Season 7 is coming up on Tuesday. If you've been watching this, if you're out of Blood Bowl for a while, you're thinking, oh, is it a good time to get back into it? New season coming with Norse, with all the other features. Will we expect to see you two streaming on Tuesday and bringing that action in right away for the new season?
100% I will be. I'm not sure. Andy, you might be busy, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm working away from home this week, so I won't be home until Saturday morning. So I will be streaming on Saturday and Sunday and trying to catch up. But yes, I have got some content pre-prepared, including a Norse race guide that will drop probably on Tuesday.
Oh, mine's already out.
Damn it.
Look at that. Look at that. So much great content out there, guys. Absolutely do. If you get stuck into the community, as I was saying before, get stuck into it and go find those streamers, in these two and everyone else who's producing all this great content, because there is so much good stuff out there. Also, if you watched this and thought, I would quite like a go at that, there's going to be some more news coming in the next few days on Nakon's socials, so do look out for that, about exactly the path to qualifying and all the different ways you can do that. So check out all the socials. For now, I think it's a massive thank you to Nakon, a massive thank you to Cyanide for putting on this tournament for us. It has been an unbelievable journey. Thank you for having us three here in the studio to present it. We have had such a blast. Thank you all for tuning in, and may your dice carry you through the new season with as much fun as we've had this weekend. Have a wonderful end to your Sundays, and I guess, hopefully, we'll see you back here this time next year.